So, here are my Skippo cards. I am on a roll today. Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing wonderful. Today is the first day of 2021 and I'm just praying in my heart that we all have a better year than last year. This year I kind of just wanted to stop letting my fear keep me from doing things that I've always wanted to do. Booktube being one of them. I've always been a little camera shy and self-conscious, but I decided I'm not going to let that stop me anymore. I've been watching Booktube since I was 14 years old. I am now 22 and it's time that I just jump in. I'm done waiting for life to take me by. So 2021 is going to be bringing lots of new things. Welcome to my channel. I rebranded myself. I am now called The Mermaid Reader. I used to be called Escape to Fiction, if that sounds familiar. I just think that I needed a change. I needed a fresh start, and I'm excited to see what the future holds. So, okay, so I'm going to be doing my January TBR, but I have created a TBR game because I think TBR games are so fun. Almost every board game you can think of has already been done before, so I've decided to try and come up with something original, and I figured the best one that I could come up with was Bookbow, which is based off of the card game Skipbo. I've been obsessed with Skipbo since I was in grade 2 when my best friend taught me how to play, and I've gotten my family and all my friends addicted to the game, and I always am up for a game of Skipbo, and I'm very competitive when I play as well. So, oops, I just smashed into my closet. I'm going to explain a little bit. Oh, sorry about the squeaking chair. Yeah, I'm sitting on a chair. I have chronic back pain, so if you hear that, I'm really sorry, but just bear with me. Okay, so Bookbow I made, here, let's see if we can close up on it. Okay, so if you can see here, I have, for blue, 1, 2, 3, and 4, the first 4 cards of the Skipbo deck are blue. So I put all the blue cards are going to represent thrillers. Then 5 to 8 are all green, so those are going to represent young adults. And then red is 9 to 12, and those are going to represent adult books. So if I land on any number, I have to correspond the prompt with it falling into one of these categories. I have a bunch of prompts right here ready to go. And so I figured I would just stick some on the board now. I'm just going to pick them at random. So number 1 is a debut author. I'll just stick that there. Number 2 is a Goodreads rec. I'll stick that there. Number 3 is name in the title. So I have to try... Oh no, never mind. I thought I have more complicated ones, so I thought this was one of them, but it's just someone's name in the title. Number 4 is a summer theme. That's lovely for winter, but whatever. We'll go with it. Childhood interest. So this one's like, I want to read about something that I thought was really cool or I found really interesting when I was a kid. Not necessarily a book I read when I was a kid, but just about a topic that I really enjoyed as a kid. I need to find a better place to put my board, but for now this is what we're working with. Final year of school. So about a character that is in their final year of either high school or college or university. And then for number 7, we have BIPOC rep. For number 8, let's do a book you've been dreading. We're going to put that in number 8. I don't want to press too hard behind it because there's books behind it and it's not holding it up very well. Great first off start. Oh my god, great first start. But you know what? We're doing it. It's great. A loved author is what I chose, was what I picked for number 9. Let's see. Number 10, we have, vampire. So I'll be needing to read a vampire adult book. Number 10. That would be interesting. Ooh, I dropped a bunch on the floor. Horror. That's what I chose for number 11. And I'll put these 2 back in so they get a chance as well. And last one, I went with, cat pick. So my cat has to choose my book. She would love to make an entrance, so that'll be funny. Alright, so we have all our picks. I'll put that up there on my bookshelf. Okay, so and then as you can see down here, I kind of have some rules. So if I get 3 of a kind, so if I draw the same card 3 times, I have to draw an extra card, which means an extra book that I need to read for that month. If I get 4 of the same number, then I'm going to have to draw 2 extra cards. So technically if I draw 4 of the same card, I'm going to need to pick 3 extra books per month. So let's hope that doesn't happen. And then if I complete a color combo, so if I say can I complete 5, 6, 7, and 8, that's all the greens, I get to either change a book and pick, like change a book I already picked to any book I want. And it doesn't have to correspond with this, like it can just be anything. Or I can choose to change all the prompts that are on the board and completely reset. And then down here I have a Skip-Bo. So there's a Skip-Bo card that technically in the real game of Skip-Bo it means that you can make it any other card you want. So I could turn it into a 9 or a 10 or an 11. So it says here reader's choice. So if I get a Skip-Bo, I have to choose one of the prompts that's on the board, but I can choose any one of them. And they would have to correspond as well. So it says reader's choice. So yeah, that's pretty much the game. I'm gonna zoom back out now so you're not focused on my chin. So that's the game. I'm really excited. I haven't tested it yet, so I'm really excited to get started. And now that I've blabbed on enough, and I've told you kind of all about how it works, we're gonna get right into it because this is gonna be like an hour long. So my goal for every month is to choose 6 books. I usually read more than that, but I feel like when I add too many books to my TBR, I get overwhelmed and then that puts me in a slump and then I end up reading nothing at all. So I feel like 6 is a good number for me to say, okay, I can read this and not get too flustered. I'm just gonna go get my Skip-Bo cards. They're right over there and I will be right back. Okay, so here are my Skip-Bo cards. I am on a roll today. If you continue watching my channel, you will learn very quickly that I'm a klutz and that I drop everything that my hands touch. So yeah, it'll be quite fun. Alright, we're back again. We've had a lot of technical difficulties this morning. First my professor called, which was fine. I could pause for that. And then as soon as we were about to start getting into finding out what I'm going to read, my camera dies. So, we are finally going to do the first draw. Just get my cards. Okay, so here are my Skip-Bo cards. We're going to do this. Oh, and then the board fell too. Well, the camera was charging. You might hear my cat meowing. She's not allowed out here right now. She just had surgery, so the doctor wants her in one room so that she can't run around all over the house. But my boyfriend's with her, so she's not alone. She doesn't like being in one room right now. She's in the bedroom. It's a very big bedroom, but she knows that there's more to explore, and she's very explorative. Okay, so we are just going to choose a random card. That's a skip vote. Alright. So again, that's reader's choice, so I get to choose any of these prompts. So, I'm going to choose, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to choose a book you've been dreading. Because I may have been dreading it, but I still have to read it. So, a book I've been dreading is Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brennan, Maureen Johnson, and Robin Wasserman. I love Cassandra Clare's Shadowverse. The Mortal Instruments, the Infernal Devices were epic. I still haven't read Lady Midnight trilogy, and I still haven't read Chain of Gold because I'm trying to read all the books in publication order. So I just finished the Bane Chronicles and I hated it. Like, I just found it so boring. I was losing interest, and it was actually starting to make me dislike Magnus when, like, Magnus was one of my favorite characters. So I'm not sure if it was just like the anthology of stories that I wasn't really interested in or not, but that's why I'm dreading reading this book. I've had it on hold from the library for far too long. I think this is like the second month now, because my library, you can like extend your holds for up to 3 weeks at a time, and you could do that 3 times. So I think I'm on the second month I've had this. I always check to make sure no one else has it on hold before I do that, just so that I'm not taking it away from someone else. But I still have not gotten to it, and this was a book I really wanted to read in 2020 so that I could continue on with Cassandra Clare's like trilogies. Didn't happen. So this is the first book I need to read in January. Yay me. Alright. So now I need a new prompt. Where did I put my... Oh, by the way, one of my best friends got me this mug, and I love it so much. It says, "Sometimes all you need is a good book and a cup of tea." I love it. Okay, so now I need a new prompt for number 8. We're going to go with LGBTQ plus author. Okay. The next card is a 4. So, a summer theme. I think there was one book I actually wanted to read that had a summer theme. And it has to be, oh, it has to be a summer themed thriller. Okay. I'm gonna have to really stretch the summer theme and just maybe... Oh! Okay, we're doing it. The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. This has been on my TBR forever. Everyone knows about this book. It was a very, very popular thriller in like 2014. It doesn't say anything about summer in the synopsis, but the first page says Friday, July. So it takes place in July. So that's summer, right? That's what we're going to have to go with. Alright, so I'm going to be reading The Girl on the Train. See, I chose thriller here because, like, I think every so often I'm going to change this to a genre that I want to read more of, whereas these are just going to be, like, young adult and adult, but this one's actually, like, genre specific. And right now I want to read more thrillers, so that's why. Okay, and we're going to choose another one. No. Is that cheating? Fine. Science fiction. So now I need a science fiction thriller. That actually shouldn't be too hard to find. I don't know why I was like, it's hard taking two genres and putting them together. It just makes my brain hurt. Alright. So now I need my skip cards. And we're going to do this again for pick number 3. It's a 12. Okay, so that means my cat has to pick in a book. She's going to be like really excited to be featured, guys. Okay, so I have the treats ready. I'm about to pick the book, so I'm going to choose Do you hear her purring? Alright, I'm going to choose let's do either Breath of Scandal by Sandra Brown or The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, because I can't believe I haven't read that yet. And last pick, let's just do Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. Okay, so now I'm going to trade. I'm going to put one on each book. And then I'm going to film it with my phone. Damn, babe. Put it right in the middle.
Oh, she's going to go for her food.
Luna, you got treaties. You got treaties. And she went for The Handmaid's Tale.
She definitely debated there which one she wanted to go to.
Yeah, she was going between Breath of the Scandal and The Handmaid's Tale. She was like, huh? Okay, so this is Luna. She just had surgery. She's only 6 months old. Luna honey. She's really excited to be in the living room. Anyway, I'm going to give her back to my boyfriend now. Do you hear her purr? You have to hear that. She's loving life. She's getting spoiled. Alright. Finish your treaties. Your other treaty. Alright, so I'm now adding The Handmaid's Tale to my list. So, cat pick is done. So, maybe I'm going to put these back in the jar so they can get chosen again. And now we have romance. Shelves fixed. Oh my god, the creaking of this chair, I am so sorry. Okay. The fourth pick is a 9. And that's a loved author. So an adult book by an author I've loved. Okay. How about we go with... I'm actually going to go with... Her Every Fear by Peter Swanson. I've read 8 Perfect Murders by Peter Swanson and I gave it 5 stars. So I'm very curious to see what else he's done, and I'm excited to read more from him to know if he can become a favorite author. So that is what I'm going to be choosing for that. Okay, loved author off the board. Let's choose another pick. It's going to be paranormal. Alright, 5th pick. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Free. And that is name in the title. Okay, so do I have a thriller with a name in the title? The one I have, I've already read. Why is this so hard? You know what? Okay. So this is the book that I had that was a thriller that I've already read, and it's called Rose's Ghost. And the sequel, I believe, is called Dimitri's Shadow. And I've been really meaning to pick up the sequel. And this is by Teresa Dale. She's an amazing author. I'll leave the link down below for you to check out this book on Amazon. It's incredible. I just gifted it actually to my best friend for Christmas, and she is already fallen in love. So yeah, I'm gonna read the second book. I don't remember if it's Dimitri's Shadow. I feel like Dimitri's Shadow is the third one, but I know the second book has a name in the title as well. So yeah, okay, so I'm gonna be reading the second book in this trilogy. I will put the name of it, if it's not Dimitri's Shadow, right here in the corner. Okay. Last pick. Oh, I'm gonna remove that one and put the other one up. And we've got under 200 pages. All right. Okay, there's too many cards. I can't I can't grab one. 2. A Goodreads thriller wreck. Apparently I'm reading a lot of thrillers this month. You know what? It's fine. No, it's fine. Okay. So we're gonna go to Goodreads. Where's Goodreads? Right here. Here, I'll screen share this so that you guys can... Okay, so we're gonna go to more recommendations. Fantasy, horror, we wanna go to thriller. Okay, here we go. What do we have here? Is there any that I... Oh, I've heard of Courtney Summers. There's so many. Okay, I think okay, so the only author I've actually heard of... That looks familiar too, though. I think I'm gonna go with... okay, let me read it first. I think I'm gonna go with The Project by Courtney Summers, but if it doesn't sound like something I'd be interested in, then I'm going to go back and read the synopsis for the other book that looked interesting. Okay, Lo Denham is used to being on her own. After her parents died, Lo's sister B joined the Unity Project, leaving Lo in the care of her aunt. Thanks to its extensive charitable work and community outreach, the Unity Project has won the hearts and minds of most in the upstate New York region. But Lo knows there's more to the group than meets the eye. She spent the last 6 years of her life trying and failing to prove it. When a man shows up at the magazine Lo works for, claiming the Unity Project killed his son, Lo sees the perfect opportunity to expose the group and reunite with B once and for all. When her investigation puts her in the direct path of its leader, Lev Warren, and as Lo delves deeper into the project, the lives of its members, it ends up everything. Okay, that... I feel like those sentences needed a little... Okay, we're gonna go to this one. Alex Finley. In one of the year's most anticipated debut psychological thrillers, a family made and famous by a true crime documentary is found dead. Sold! We're doing that one. Okay, so I'm going to see if the library has this book, and then if not, I'll order it on my Kobo. And that's the last book I'm going to be reading. From the Book Bow TBR game. Now, I do have a readathon that I want to be taking part in, and that's the, you thought we were done. I thought we were done too. I do have a readathon that I want to take part in, and it's the Among Us Readathon that takes place from the 1st to the 31st. I'll link all the details down below, as well as the host, has the hosts. So essentially you get to choose like who you would normally pick, either a crewmate or an imposter, and then the colors of each crewmate or imposter basically establish the amount of books that you would need to read throughout the month. Instead of doing that, I honestly just chose my favorite color that I always pick when I'm playing Among Us, and then I said, okay, however many books that the pink character needs to read, that's what I'm gonna do. So I chose the pink crewmate, and it wasn't too harsh on me. I only needed to read 4 books. So I have the option of either reading a standalone or reading a sequel to complete the task, swipe card, or fix wiring. I'm gonna fix wiring to read a sequel, so I'm going to be reading Opal by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I still haven't finished this series, even though I am trash for it. Absolute trash for it. I love it so much. Damon, and oh my god, I need to read this now. The next is Inspect Sample Part 1, so book with a plant on the cover. For that one, I really want to get to Dear Haiti, Love Elaine, especially because I'm going to be a part of the blog tour for their newest book, written by Mika and Maritza Mulite. I'm so sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but they are a sister duo who write books together, and I really wanted to get to this one before I read their newest release coming out. So and there's plants like all along the edges of it, so I'm assuming that's what I'm going to be reading for that. And then the next is a book with an animal or a person on the cover, and for that I wanted to choose Dear Martin by Nick Stone. I've heard great things about this, and the sequel did just release, so I really want to get to this so that I can read the sequel. It's really short, so like it shouldn't take me any time at all. And then the last book prompt is Prime Shields, book with a weapon on the cover. So for this, I want to choose Graceling by Kristen Kishore because I was surprised to find out that there's a 4th book in the Graceling series coming out this month, and I was really hoping to reread the trilogy in December so that I could just like hop right into the 4th book. That didn't happen. December was nuts and not a lot of reading took place, so unfortunately that didn't happen. So now I'm just kind of playing catch up, and I think Graceling would be the perfect pick for that since I want to read it anyway. So yeah, so those are all the books that I'm hopefully going to finish in January. I guess we'll see next month what I've completed and what I have not. I hope you all have an amazing reading month, and just I hope you all have an amazing year. Happy New Year, and let's try and make this year positively unforgettable. Bye, lovelies. I'll see you next time.